judgy the mammogram reporters are. You know, it's bad enough to be told you have cancer, but then they tell you that your boobs are extremely dense. I found that quite offensive. I think extremely dense is an insult. It'd be much nicer to say that my boobs are density divergent. You know, I wondered, well, what is the opposite of a dense boob? Is it like a light boob? Maybe a helium boob? Actually, I think having helium boobs would be fun. Because it meant if you breastfed, it would make your kid's voice even more high-pitched. Yeah, it would sure make their tantrums entertaining. But seriously, though, finding out your breast density is really important, because having extremely dense breasts can increase your risk of breast cancer and the risk that they can't see your cancer on a mammogram, like what happened with mine. Yeah, I found a lump in my boob and in my armpit only 5 months after a reportedly normal mammogram. So check your boobs, team, and ask your doctor whether you too are extremely dense. But surprisingly, further testing determined that I wasn't in fact triple positive, I was only double positive, aka hormone positive, and so surgery was recommended as the first step. So the surgeon took out the lump and then gave me a breast lift. So this nipple now points out at an angle. Like it doesn't want to make eye contact with the other boob. I think it's probably embarrassed about its behaviour. But with one nipple pointing out at an angle, it's like I've got a lazy eye. But, you know, people say that boobs are not twins, they're sisters. But after breast cancer surgery, mine are not sisters, they're adopted. You know, call me fussy. But I prefer my boob size to be a bit more matchy-matchy. You know, because I've been left with like a perky B cup on this side, and on this side a more age-appropriate semi-flaccid D. So you look like you're trying to visualise that, sir. Yeah. Actually, a male comedian said that he thought a semi-flaccid D was a dick joke. I think with some guys anything can be a dick joke, right? But with a perky B and a flaccid D, I've essentially got a millennial boob and a boomer boob. So say if I'm watching the TV show Friends, the boomer boob is laughing, like, ha, ha, ha. And the millennial boob's going, some of these jokes are actually quite problematic. But with a millennial boob and a boomer boob, I've got the generation wars going on in my bra. This bra doesn't fit me, it's not designed for me, it's not meeting my needs. Well, I was here first, you young upstart. I worked long, hard hours to get myself a solid, secure bra. Well, I can't get into the bra market because boomer boobs have not only one bra, they've got multiple bras. Ah, there you go. Complaining over your smashed avocado brunch with your nipple piercing and your Bondi Sands instant tan. Well, at least I didn't destroy the planet. Mic drop. But actually, since I've had a millennial boob, I do a lot more recycling. Yeah? I don't think that's a coincidence. But during my cancer surgery, they took out all the lymph nodes in my armpit. So now I've got a lifelong risk of this arm blowing up with something called lymphoedema, where say this arm size 8, this arm size 28. You know, call me fussy. But I prefer my arm size to be a bit more matchy-matchy. So to try and prevent lymphedema, my physio's got me wearing this compression sleeve and doing exercises like this. So I figured maybe I could become an air traffic controller. Get to do my exercises and help out at the same time. You know, maybe this is what the Queen had. Why she had that weird wave. Too soon? But I am finding doing these exercises in public is attracting too much attention. Because if I walk down the street doing this, you know, traffic slows down. You know, and at parties, random people wave at me. Oh, and over summer in the surf. Yeah, way too much attention. But on the upside, I've changed all the light bulbs.